All right, we'll take our next panel session very quickly. Then we can officially declare the job fair open. While we have, all right, thank you. I want to invite Mr. Ajah Excel again. Please celebrate Mr. Ajah Excel. He was on stage earlier and he said everything that has to do with knowledge, you can make money from it. Mr. Ajah is the CEO of Silicon. I still remember. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. I'll quickly, like the media, the next person who is on that panel session, before I invite the moderator. Thank you.
Joining us as a panelist is a senior strategist and career counselor with over 2 decades of experience transforming organizations and empowering entrepreneurs. Amarachi. And finance, equipping over 5,000 entrepreneurs with skills to build sustainable ventures. She is passionate about building clarity, confidence, and long-term career success. Please welcome to the panel, Amarachi, Stanley, Duru.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to celebrate Mrs. Amarachi, Stanley, Duru. Thank you very much, ma'am. And to moderate this panel session, can I have the second microphone, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. To moderate this panel session, we'll have someone from the organizing team. Please celebrate Efemena. She's a beautiful, bold young lady, taking her time on the stage. Can you give us a spin? Your digital CV, thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Merci. First of all, I would like to say it's an honor to be seated in the midst of greatness. Please put your hands together. Like, I want to say something. People don't look, you're not acting like you're in a space where you're learning. Mrs. Catherine Kadiri gave an amazing session, and just class like you don't understand where she's coming from. I would like you to put your hands together. I think you can do it better. Way better. Way better. Because the people that have been brought on stage today, you realize that it's not just about the Reddit or ChatGPT online and they're here to just say it the way it is. They are talking from a place of experience, something they have done over time. So if I were you, I would receive it. I'm not even saying you should clap properly because they're also recruiting. So you will meet them there. You better clap properly so they will recruit you. So please put your hands together for them. Alright, so we have Mr. Ajah Excel and Mrs. Amarachi Stanley Duru. And today, our panel topic for this afternoon is something that we know. AI. Somebody say AI. So we'll be talking about smarter and not harder, using AI tools to thrive in a borderless workplace. So they're going to have 2-3 minutes to just talk about a certain part of this, then we'll have question and answer. So I'll start with Mrs. Amarachi. Mr. Excel spoke to us, he spoke to us earlier already, and he gave us some mind-blowing nuggets. As far back as year 2, you're already an entrepreneur. I think you said you opened your first website when you were in year 2, in the photo, right? Please put your hands together for him. So, Mr. Mirach will be talking to us on how to deploy tech tools to enhance efficiency and work. Some of us will just go on AI, copy, paste, and you see, here are the top suggestions. And you send it to the person you want to read, and you're wondering, what am I using here? So she's going to be talking about how to use these tools properly in our workplace. So now, just in 3 minutes, just.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I just want to encourage you to make the most of today, right? So what she's asking me to say in 3 minutes, I was about to say it in 10 minutes. So I'll just say what I feel is very critical. I will not take for granted that everyone in this room is a creative. And I'm going to say this based on my current experience within the last 3 weeks. It's a regular thing, but what I've experienced in the past 3 weeks is heartbreaking. We try to recruit for a particular client, and I will say that we've gone through, just like Mrs. Kaderi said, nothing less than 50 CVs, and we'll not be able to find 10 people with basic digital literacy skills. 10. We're trying to recruit 5 customer relations officers. We've gone through maybe like 13. We've not found one. So I'm saying this to say, in one of the conferences I shared, it's still within this Port Harcourt, there was data that shows that 85% of young Nigerians, graduates, not undergraduates, lack basic digital literacy skills. This was as at 2023. Now in 2024, we have another data that says 60% of professionals who are already in the workforce also lack basic digital literacy skills. If it were just data, it would be something, but this is what I experienced interacting in companies. And it's worse when you are recruiting people who are under 25, and they don't have proficiency up to 5 over 10 with Word. Excel is a no-go area, they think it's for the gods. You know, we say this, we are in a we're in a Careerfest, and we're in a digital space, and we're speaking and talking about technology, and the truth is that because I interact with most of the young people, I know that a lot of things I've been saying there is way over your head. Let's not lie. A lot of things that have been said here, a lot of people can relate and run with it, but a good number of you, when we go to that stand, we will find out, and not even imbibing a quarter of what we are seeing here, because the basics, you don't have it covered. You go to the office, you apply to be customer service person, you think it's receptionist job. Let me tell you, it's not enough to have a fine face and wear good smiles, because that's what they keep saying to me. I am very friendly, a warm person, and these are great. I communicate well. Like, what do you even know communication is? Like, who was saying that thing? I think it was Ajah, that all the CVs have the same personal professional summary. They are detail-oriented. I am a fast learner. What am I supposed to teach you? I'm hiring you to help me, and I start teaching you how to typeset. I'm just saying that in this age where we're even talking AI, some people can't even learn basic typesetting. So where do we start? It's not enough. You know you can't typeset with your phones, right? So I'll tell you what I told one of the girls who told me that she doesn't have the time. She's never had the time to go to learn how to use a computer or basic computer or learn how to use the Word. So I asked her, do you get YouTube, free YouTube at night? She said yes. I said, have you ever thought of downloading a tutorial on how to learn how to use Microsoft Word or any of those office suites? Then you go down to a business center. Do you have one close to you? She said yes. I said, can you pay for time? She said yes. And they will give you a desktop computer. She said yes. He said, can you download that video? When you get there, place your device, the video you downloaded, on top of that table, and walk yourself through the process using their own computer. When you do that for an hour every other day, by the end of of the week, you would have completed that course. True or false? It won't cost you what you will pay to go to some places to say you are learning computer. This is so basic, right? But let's continue. I'm sure other questions will come ahead.
Thank you very much, Ma'am. Please put your hands together. So there's something I want to take from what she said, and I want to just shoot it to Mr. Ajah. So she mentioned something of, from what I could pick, that one thing we do wrongly, or most of us don't do, is maximizing opportunities. Even when we have not had that opportunity, we are not fully prepared for the opportunity. A typical example is this young lady where she needs, maybe some people say, oh, for me to learn this, I need a laptop, I need to have a proper workspace. If I don't have this, I cannot do it. So we keep dreaming big. So, Mr. Excel, sir, I know you're working in the international space, right? A few of us are still very local, right? Am I the only local one? Have you left though? Have you left behind? Please, I'm local now. I'm looking for an international job now. My name is Efi. I'm coming to meet you. Please, who is local here? Oh, God, my meeting! You want to take my job from me? Okay, so that aside, a few of us have not had the opportunity to break into the international space, and we have this mindset that you need the finance. Like, you just need the finance to get in there. And you did that quite early, and you're thriving in it. So what's the mindset shift? What's the mindset shift? We want our own mindset to be shifted too. So as we're stepping into the international space also.
So I'll start by saying that if you're going to provide any value to the global space, you have to start local, right? Those who are within your immediate environment have to feel your impact, first of all. It is the result you have in your locality that advertises you to the global stage. You see that?
Yes.
So, anybody who is dreaming to work in Google, in Apple, show me what you're doing in the tech company working in Port Harcourt here. Am I communicating? Like I tell my team members, it is good to dream to work in Apple. It is good to dream to be a coder in Google. If you are in my team, let that be your dream. Do you know why? There is a kind of developer that works in Google. And before Google will consider you must have been that kind of person in my company. Am I communicating, guys? So even in Port Harcourt, if you're saying, oh, I'm looking for a big job somewhere, what do you have to show that you have been able to prove your skill set? Because people look at your, even those who have startups, you're looking for big money, from investors. They want to check what you have put in yourself as the owner of the startup. See that? The same thing with anybody who is skilled in any aspect. You must prove your stuff. And that's why, beyond CVs, build digital portfolios. So when you send your CV, you also attach a link for us to see the things you have done. Am I communicating? Yes. That is why how to build a digital portfolio is not all on paid jobs. Yesterday when I came into Port Harcourt, one guy said, please, Mr. Excel, I must take a picture with you. He works with a Pamtech. Said, the reason why he needs to take that picture with me and Pamtech is because it was volunteering for Efemena that he did his first event branding as a volunteer. So when he did it for Efemena 2022 as a supporting it, by 2023 he was now the team lead. 2024 another event hired him. That was now how Pamtech discovered him. Hello. So if you're here and you're waiting for the big days don't start without the small days. So you have to begin from where you are right now. Does that make sense, guys? Right,
thank you very much, sir. So literally, let's not look at the people. But there's something that he said. If I like to pick it, let me pick it and Hama will talk to us about it. He said, create your digital portfolio online, right? Now there is this growing trend that AI has come to take over some of our jobs. True. It's like somebody that has business zero. The way people are like, I'm going through, true. Okay, false. Amazing. Okay, so there's this thing, I've heard it, that AI somehow is taking over. You know, before now we had ghostwriters where you can get a job as a ghostwriter, you write, you help and all that. But now you can just go on Gemini and say, create a 40-page movie. You can even create a movie on AI right now. Include the costumes they wear, make it reverse language, do this, do that, and AI will literally just true. It's like we've not tried it before. This is something like it's new. So there's this growing trend that AI somehow has taken over.
For people like us that are still local, but as I step out of this gate now, I'm going to be international because Mrs. Catherine Kadiri is now my helper. So what is it worry? Alright. My name is Efe, just in case the name has to stay. Now, you are laughing. Now, growing trend that AI is taking over most of our careers and all that. I know you as a business consultant, I know you go places, you do trainings and all that. This statement, is it a fact? I mean, when you go to offices, if it's a fact, what do you think we as individuals, because sincerely, most of us in this space, we might be working, but we're looking to upgrade, right? Something better. Most persons don't even have a job. And AI is even taking over the jobs that some of us have. So if it is a fact, what do you think we need to do in our career? Some of us have done masters, we're now doing PhD, but AI is just there, not doing anything. AI is very busy. AI is very, very busy. In fact, AI is the fastest in personal development than any one of us. I hope people understand what I'm saying. Because you train AI. So when you see AI is coming to take your job,
AI is taking jobs from people who have refused to leverage AI. That's what it is. So if you learn how to leverage AI, you will be the one dictating what AI should do. And so the conversations we had here about, I think it was Atat also who mentioned,
you put some stuff in AI and it just gives you some stuff. Even being able to engineer a prompt that gets AI to deliver the exact results that you need is a skill. Because you give it something basic, it will return something basic. So you need to continually upskill. AI will not take jobs from people who know how to use AI. AI will basically, actually, so I need to point out this part because part of what we do in organizational in process improvement and organizational restructuring is to leverage digital technology, right, to optimize processes. So what it means is that at some point, the roles that are repetitive will now have to take it out and use technology to take care of it. Yes. So if what you are doing is not major value add, yes, technology can take it away from you, right? So we leverage AI to take out those things. However, when you are offering some reasonable value, AI helps you to increase value that you're offering, improve efficiency, to increase your, it's a whole bouquet of things that can use AI to do. But the last thought is that you learn, you invest in learning how to use AI so that you remain relevant. Thank you. All right, thank you.
So I wanted to add just to that. As a matter of fact, AI will not take your job. It is your colleague who knows how to use AI that will take your job. Am I communicating now? So it is your responsibility to continuously upskill yourself, right? I want to say this. In this new era of AI, over 50 million jobs are going to be replaced, but over 90 million jobs will be created. right? So it is about you. As a matter of fact, the rate at which your current skill set is phasing out. If you're not adapting and learning fast enough, you'll be phased out with it. So what you need to do is to increase your pace of learning. Does that make sense, guys? All right, so I want to say this. One of the greatest skills you're going to have in the era of AI is prompt engineering. All AI platforms depend on prompting to bring out results. Whether it is video, whether it is code, no matter the platform you're trying to use, what is the core thing there? Prompting. So long as you can speak the language of AI, what is the language of AI? Is that you can express your thought in simple English. So that thing you want AI to do for you, communicate it clearly. If you're able to do that, then you're already used to any AI tool. What you need to do is just read the documentation of the AI tool, and you're able to use it to get the results you're looking for. As I start with you here, right? I created a platform by prompting. Literacy of AI is platform I created to release AI tools. If you go there, you see AI tools for almost anything. For real estate people, for pastors, for conferences like this, you see AI for everything. That platform was built with AI. So I asked AI to build me an AI listing platform, a Play Store for AI. That's what I did. So there are over 1,000 AI tools on the platform. So coders, what you need to do is to learn the prompting so that it will improve your coding speed. A certain company is sacking their staff members for using AI. You are not asking me how and why. They are saying you can't be using your brain and their office time to do the job that AI can do. So if you're not using AI to do the job, it simply means you're wasting the company's time and you need to leave the company. As a matter of fact, when I come for events like this, I boldly tell my audience, my slide was done with what? AI. It is, for now, if I think AI with that, very soon, you will not need to say is this AI or not AI. What you'll be looking at is the intelligence of the guy who prompted the AI to get that kind of result. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir. Just put your hands together. So in other words, AI cannot function without us. So we're still superior one way or the other. The issue is, are you learning fast? And that's what places most of that. See, Mr. Ajah, he has just created, I'm going to create my own app. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ajah and Mrs. Amarachi. They are still around. If you have your questions, do want to ask them on AI. I have 51 questions and I'm going to generate it on AI.
Use AI to answer you.
Not a problem, sir. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for that.